Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show now to talk about some NBA news. So, we're going to get right into it here. So, first thing we'll talk about is via the NBA.com, the NBA GMs have voted on the best defensive player in the NBA, and we have the top 5 in percentage. Number 1, 40%, Giannis Antetokounmpo, 40% of the vote. Drew Holiday at number 2 with 13%. Draymond Green and Marcus Smart were tied for 3rd, each with 10%. And Jaren Jackson Jr. and Kawhi Leonard were tied 4th with each 7%. Also receiving votes were Alex Caruso, Anthony Davis, Lou Dort, Rudy Gobert. Last year, Giannis was at 48%. This year, 40% voted as best defensive player in the NBA. I mean, I feel like they're sleeping on Bam here. I feel like he's a top 5 defensive player. I mean, yeah, Giannis is a good defender. He made 4 defensive first teams in a row with the Defensive Player of the Year. They switch up their defensive scheme to focus Brook, and he suddenly doesn't. It's just an accurate assessment of the season. It's not cope for people that would say that. These GMs, I don't know. I would definitely put Bam in the top 5, though. I bet they're sleeping on Bam's defense quite a lot here. Kevin Durant would have stayed in Brooklyn last season had Ben Simmons been healthy, per at the New York Post _Lewis. Quote, if Simmons had been healthy last season, sources told the Post that Kevin Durant likely would have stayed on in Brooklyn even without Kyrie Irving. We gotta be snorting cap. That's all I'm seeing here. There ain't no way he would have stayed there with Ben Simmons, even if he was healthy. Like, we're just lying now. Sounds like we're just lying here. He left because even he knew healthy Ben Simmons wasn't going to help him at all, considering Kyrie leaving. Ain't no way. So, GMs in the NBA voted for best players in each position. Point guard through small forward. So, with point guard, we're going to start Steph Curry, number 1, 63%. Number 2 is Luka Doncic. Dallas with 27%. SGA 7%, and Damian Lillard 3%. Steph Curry was 72% voted last year. This year 63%. Shooting guard, Devin Booker. Steph Curry was listed at shooting guard 10%. Devin Booker was 63%, and tied for 3rd, all with 7%. Doncic, Edwards, and SGA. Also receiving votes were Butler and Jason Tatum. For small forward, Jason Tatum was voted the best at 47%. And then we had Kevin Durant, Luka Doncic, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, and Kawhi Leonard. Power forward, Giannis and KD. And Nikola Jokic was voted as best center in the NBA. So basically, the 5 positions, Steph Curry, Booker, Tatum, Antetokounmpo, and Nikola Jokic were voted best players in each position by GMs in the league. I mean, Curry's a point guard and shooting guard. I mean, I probably would put, I don't know. It's kind of tough, KD, Jason Tatum, who you would have. I don't know, it's kind of just people's preference. I mean, I don't know. Kevin Durant, he's still really good. So, I don't know. It's kind of tough, but other than that, I would probably say every position here is correct. Honestly. Just in my opinion. ESPN, they rate Zion Williamson as the number 57 best player for the 2023-24 season. I mean, he's played a season and a half in 5 years. If he can stay healthy, he can get there. But many good players haven't played to their expectations because they're always hurt. He hasn't played a full season. Why would he be ranked any higher? If he can stay healthy, then I think he could be up there, like in the top 5'10" players. It's just he can't stay healthy. That's just the truth. But yeah, that's just my opinion, though. So, Jackson Frank, who recently became the Sixers beat writer for Philly Voice, he was let go following a tweet showing solidarity with Palestine in response to the team's remarks about Israel. Quote, Mr. Frank is no longer employed by PhillyVoice.com as of today. So they said, this post sucks, solidarity with Palestine always. I don't know. It's probably just better if he said nothing, because, he could have risked his job. I don't know if I would have fired him, but, you can't risk what you're saying there. So, had some breaking news yesterday. Kai Jones has requested a trade. Per himself. Yes, he publicly requested a trade on his Twitter account. Yes. He said yesterday. Let me find it here. Hold on. He said, I've officially requested to be traded from the Charlotte Hornets. Hashtag GOATLife. So yeah, he requested a trade. Per himself. I don't know why he requested a trade. It's not like anybody's going to trade for him. Maybe the Shanghai Sharks or the Guangdong Tigers could be some options. So I don't think they care. But he can also be fined, apparently. According to league rules, Kai Jones could be fined up to $150,000 for publicly requesting a trade. Yeah, I don't know why he tried to request a trade on Twitter. He should have just told the team he requested a trade instead of telling Twitter. Dude's not fine to be broke. It's probably like his whole salary, $150K. But hey, he done it to himself, so. Apparently, per Woj ESPN, some All-Stars who recently announced their intention to play for Team USA will not receive invitations. Probably like Julius Randle, or Aaron Gordon, maybe. Some players like that. Look, Aaron Gordon's good, but I don't know about for Team USA. Team USA considered Drew Holiday the second most impactful player after Kevin Durant on USA's 2021 gold medal winning team. People always undervalue defense. He played the second most minutes a night, and that team was third in scoring. Kind of a surprise, to be honest, on that 2021 team. The Denver Nuggets are prepared to offer Jamal Murray a Supermax extension if he makes an All-NBA team per Real GM. So this is probably most likely going to happen, because I think he's going to make an All-NBA team. Tyler Hero said via the Miami Herald, if you look around the league, I'm right there with every young guy that they say is the next thing or whatever it is. I know my value. I know I'm one of them ones. And I don't need to say it. I'll show you. I'll show you. I'm one of them ones. I think he's a good solid player. He'll average 25 a game. I think he's a good solid bench player. ESPN's Eastern Conference prediction 1 through 10. They have the Celtics with projected 54.3 wins, the Cavaliers with 48.6 wins, the Bucks 48.5 wins, the 76ers with 46.9 wins, the Knicks with 44.6 wins, the Hawks with 43.8 wins, the Heat with 42.7 wins, the Raptors with 42.7 wins, the Nets with 40.0 wins, and the Pacers with 38.6 wins in their Eastern Conference prediction. Having the Knicks and Hawks over the Heat is criminal in my opinion. I would have the Heat much higher than 7. I would switch the Cavs and Bucks and put the Bucks at 2. At least in my opinion. Luka Doncic said Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. Luka knows ball. Confirmed. The ESPN's Western Conference prediction now. They have the Grizzlies at 1 with a 48.4 wins. Timberwolves, 47.7 wins. The Nuggets, 46.4 wins. The Warriors, 43.7 wins. The Suns, 43.5 wins. The Pelicans, 43.2 wins. The Kings with 43.1 wins. The Lakers with 41.5 wins. The Mavericks with 41.4 wins. And the Clippers at 10 with 40.3 wins. Usual ESPN, these predictions are way off. This thing is broken. Because how are you gonna have last year's champions get less wins than like the Grizzlies or the Timberwolves? They're way better than those two teams there, and at least in my opinion. So Joe Mazzulla on JJ Redick's podcast, what if we would have got the 1 seed and lost the 8 seed? I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. Coach, I hate to tell you, but you did lose to the 8 seed.
You gotta get the 1 seed. And I think like people don't say that enough. Like,
Coach, I hate to tell you, but you did lose the 8 seed.
I meant as the 1 seed.
So, that was kind of funny. JJ Redick was like, I ain't got the heart to tell him. Jaren Jackson Jr. vows to improve his rebounding skills. Rebounding needs to be more of a staple of things. I think about all the time. It's on my mind. It's on my brain. Man, that FIBA World Cup got him rethinking his whole life. Rumor the Knicks, quote, checked in on Zion Williamson trade amid continued pursuit of a superstar. Y'all know that ain't happening. Y'all know that ain't happening. So James Harden remains, quote, hopeful of joining the Clippers. The team is actively working to finalize a deal. Per Sam Ament, the Clippers, league sources say, are going to great lengths to make it happen. League sources say the Clippers have been talking to several teams about ways to make pick swaps for additional draft capital with the intention of bolstering their offer and getting a deal done. So why is the deal not done yet? This is 5 days later. I don't know if a deal will get done at this point with him. And now the Sixers are seeking Terrence Mann and multiple first-round picks per Shams Charania via the rally. And the Sixers are trying to get finessed here, I'm not going to lie. So Eric Spoelstra Miami Heat talking about, quote, we're deeper than we were last year. They lost players and didn't sign anybody. How are they a much deeper team this year than last year? I don't get it. James Wiseman, Marvin Bagley are expected to compete for the backup center spot on the Pistons. So hopefully James Wiseman can win that battle. I want to see him succeed. Joel Embiid will play for Team USA in the Olympics. So yeah, it's the last thing we'll talk about. So it's all to say for the NBA. So until next time, a lot. Peace.